Testing. It is the first game of 2024, and it is a good one. The Minnetonka Skippers visiting the Moorhead Spuds. Minnetonka comes in with a record of 9-0, 9 straight wins, and the Spuds coming off a holiday tournament loss as they are now 4-5. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Thomas Fox. Welcome to girls basketball on Spuds TV, and we have a good one in store this afternoon. The Skippers, the Spuds' toughest test this season so far, and head coach Tom Dryberg even said it. One of our toughest games this year, so the Spuds, they're going to have to pull out all the stops here this afternoon as Minnetonka has shown they are aggressive and tenacious on both sides of the ball as they have a ton of weapons and they're all in the starting five. For the Skippers, it'll be Harley Woke, Lanelle Wright, Tori McKinney, Aaliyah Crump, and Grace Hamdorf. And for Tom Dryberg's Spuds, it'll be the usual: Annie Horan, Tori Hagan, Ava Redding, Kira Swanson, and Julia McAdams. And as a unit, the Spuds have been a lot better this season, and especially in the holiday tournament, despite their loss against the De La Salle Islanders. They have shown a ton of improvement on both sides of the ball compared to last year when they were 7-19. And we'll see if the Spuds' three-quarter defense will work against Minnetonka. Dryberg's scheme has worked against many teams this season, including DGF, who they beat in the holiday tournament last week. And Minnetonka with a ton of height on their side. Tori McKinney at 6'1", as well as Aaliyah Crump. And Harley Woke at 5'11". McAdams will tip it for Moorhead, and Crump will tip it for Minnetonka. And off we go. Minnetonka will start out. McAdams almost got the steal and a quick basket for Crump. And here's some press defense from the Skippers. Here's Horan guarded by McKinney. Horan driving near side, spins away. Over to Hagan on the wing, catches a double team, inside McAdams. McAdams finds Swanson. Over to Horan in the corner. Swings it inside to McAdams. McAdams driving inside, can't finish. Rebound McKinney. Pass up to Wright. Here's Wright driving inside, that's short. In the corner, Crump, three, it's good. Aaliyah Crump from downtown, and it's 5-0. A 5-0 start for the Skippers. Horan dumps it off to Redding. Swings it to Swanson. Swanson drives. Over to Horan, here's a three. High arcing shot is good from Horan, and a good answer from Moorhead. Here's Crump, catches the double team. Stolen away by McAdams. Here's Horan. Wanted Redding on the cut, couldn't find her. And a sloppy pass intercepted. And finishing is Tori McKinney on the breakaway, and it's 7-3 Minnetonka on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. 16-12 left to play in half number one. And so far, Minnetonka has looked very dangerous on both sides. As advertised, Spuds are hanging in there. Tipped away, pass intended for McAdams. And right into the hands of Lanelle Wright. Here's Crump on the other end, and she finishes off the glass. Timeout, Tom Dryberg. And a quick start right out of the gate for the Skippers. And right to the drawing board goes Tom Dryberg, as defensively it has not been the best start for the Spuds, but as we know, Tom Dryberg is a defensive mastermind, so we'll see what he has drawn up after this Spuds timeout. Minnetonka, off to the start, they have destined for 9-3. Some half-court press met by Horan. Over to Swanson. Here's Redding in the corner, catches a double team. Swanson off the glass, and she scores. Little tic-tac-toe movement from the Spuds offensively, and it's 9-5. Here's Crump on the wing, guarded by Redding. Creates some space. No good on the three. Rebound Hagen. Hagen swings it to Horan. Horan across to Redding. Back to Hagen in the corner. Hagen gets it stolen away by McKinney. And a good pass on the other end. Rebound Crump. Another putback is no good. Rebound Swanson. Redding lost the handle, wanted to get it to McAdams inside. Deep three, it's good from Horan. 9-8, as Annie Horan with a long three, and she's got 6 right out of the gate. And a foul, as it was going to be recovered by McKinney. And right with the upcoming inbound pass, 2 subs come in. It'll be Avery Marquardt and Charlie Zimmerman. And nobody was even near Crump. And Dryberg is visibly upset as the defense was caught napping. It's 11-8. Here's Marquardt, the 5'8" freshman. Zimmerman there. She drives, kicks, stolen away there by Hamdorf. Pass up ahead to Crump. Backward pass right to Horan. Here come the Spuds in transition. Horan almost loses it. Caught in a straitjacket and a jump ball. And it'll stay with Moorhead. Spuds have caught a lot of double teams so far. And that was only one of them. Line formation for the Spuds. Marquardt will inbound with 13:48 left on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. 11-8 Skippers. Marquardt looking for Horan. Intercepted there by McKinney. McKinney with the jumper, and it's pure. Taken to the distance, and it's stolen away by Woke. Pass inside to McKinney. Off the backboard and no good. Gets her own miss. Pass inside to Crump. Guarded by Redding. Tried sneaking it underneath to Woke. And the Spuds have it. It's Redding. Over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman loses it, and a foul. A reach-in foul going to be called on Tori McKinney. And Kira Swanson's back in for Moorhead. Marquardt over the top to Zimmerman, and it's stolen away by Crump. Crump in transition, she can't finish. And a foul going to be called on Cece Nesseth. Tried going up for the second chance basket, and she'll shoot two. Tori Hagan back in for Moorhead. And for Minnetonka, it'll be Sydney Cummings. Quick inbound to Marquardt. Guarded by Wright. Here's Hagan in the corner. Picks up a screen from Swanson. Oh, what a nice feed from Hagan inside to Horan, and she finishes. Threading the needle, and it's 14-10. Here's Linnell Wright controlling. Directing traffic. Kick out for Crump. Can't get the bounce. And it's secured by Hagan. She's caught in a double team and a foul. McKinney and Cummings trying to close in, but it results in a foul. Not a bad mindset to have if you're Minnetonka. But the Spuds have a chance to pull closer. Charlie Zimmerman, she's caught in a double team, and she's able to bounce it off of Crump. Smart play from her. And Haran will inbound for the Spuds into Marquardt. Marquardt picks up a screen. Wide open lane, rejected by Crump, out of bounds. And against that Minnetonka defense, I'm sure Marquardt was surprised that she had a wide open lane as Swanson draws the and one. Linnell Wright called for the foul. That is her first. Swanson misses the free throw. And it'll be off of Marquardt. Marquardt thought she was able to get it off of Nesseth, as there was a race for it in the corner, but it'll stay with Minnetonka. Good defense from Haran. Here's the zone defense that Dryberg loves so much, and a foul called on Haran as she tried stealing it from behind. Here comes Ava Redding back into the game for Zimmerman. And the inbound to Crump is good. And Aaliyah Crump has 11 points. Here's Haran, guarded by Crump, loses it. Here comes Crump in transition, and she'll scoop and score. Make that 13 for number 23. Marquardt almost lost it. Swings it to Swanson. Swanson inside to Haran. Over to Redding. Back to Haran. Guarded by Wright. Haran, Marquardt. Marquardt drives. Kicks it out to Redding. Shot clock at 9. Off the glass and in. Ava Redding pulls the Spuds to within 4. Crump able to save it. Good ball movement from the Skippers. Strong rebound there by Nesseth. Over to Crump. Splitting defenders inside to Wright. Not the way they drew it up, but they're able to make it 20-14 on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. And it's stolen away by Crump, and another easy layup. She's got 15. Skippers lead by 8. Marquardt inside to Swanson. Swanson over to Horan in the corner. Guarded by Wright. Horan over to Redding. Guarded by Crump. Shot clock at 11. Marquardt looking to split the defenders. Can't. Shot clock at 5. Here's Horan. 3. No good. Redding gets the rebound and a foul. And she'll go to the line for 2. And Aaliyah Crump will be called for the foul. That is her first of the game. And Aaliyah Crump has shown how versatile she is offensively and defensively with her 6'1" frame. She already has a few steals in this game alone. Off the back iron, no good. 22-15 as Redding hits one of them. Over in near the corner, McKinney. It'll stay with Minnetonka. She was all alone for 3. Couldn't get it to fall. And Linnell Wright with the inbound. Hamdorf over to McKinney. McKinney's floater off the glass, no good, and a foul. Charlie Zimmerman called for the foul. And she's been a very, very good weapon for Tom Dryberg's team, especially on the offensive side. Very good three-point shooter. Free throw no good. Minnetonka still controls. Here's McKinney. Over to Woke. Here's Wright, guarded by Zimmerman. She's also a very good defender on the perimeter. McKinney with the jumper. Rebound Zimmerman. Zimmerman turning up the speed. Inside to McAdams. McAdams, strong finish. She gets her own miss. And a jump ball. And possession will be rewarded to Minnetonka. And I guess I was wrong. It'll stay with the Spuds. And the refs are having a discussion. I believe Tom Dryberg was saying it's our ball, as the refs were taking it the other way. And now head coach Brian Cosgriff for Minnetonka is pleading his case. And Aaliyah Crump is getting ready to check in. And so far, the Spuds have done a pretty decent job of staying up to par with Minnetonka. Minnetonka, one of the better teams in the state of Minnesota. And at the end of the day, it will be rewarded to Minnetonka. .8:58 left to play in half number 1. Here is Aaliyah Crump back in the game. She's guarded by Zimmerman. Here is Hamdorf. Here is Crump. Crump all alone in the lane, and she'll draw the foul. She is just so quick getting to the basket. Nothing the Spuds could do other than foul. Crump already has double figures in this half, as Annie Haran is back in the game. And Crump hits both. Leads up to 10 on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Here comes Haran, over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman wants McAdams, finds her. Zimmerman backs away. Here's Sydney Zimmerman in the game. She drives inside off the glass and she finishes. Her first points of the game. Here's McKinney on the wing, over to Crump. On the other wing, three, it's good. Aaliyah Crump putting this team on her back as she hits another three and the lead's up to 11. Here's McAdams, out to Haran. Haran in trouble, finds Swanson. Swanson the drive. Here's Zimmerman. Charlie Zimmerman. She draws the foul. Tried the underhand scoop. And she'll get two. And that is her signature move going to the basket, and it works very well. Even if she doesn't get the and one, she'll still hit free throws like that. And Tori Hagan will check in for Sydney Zimmerman. And the Spuds have done a pretty decent job of setting up some pick and rolls on the wings. 28-18. Here's Aaliyah Crump, stolen by Charlie Zimmerman. Pass up ahead to Haran. Here's Hagan. Hagan driving inside. She loses the ball, but it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spuds. Here comes Anna McKinney into the game. Here's McAdams, over to Hagan. Hagan with the fake. Inside, McAdams loses the handle. It'll stay with Moorhead. Guarded there by Harley Woke. Marquardt the inbound to Hagan in the corner. Shot clock at 18. Marquardt looked like she wanted to pass it to McAdams, and here comes Crump in transition. The Euro step in the finish. She has 22 in the half. Here's Haran. Trying to get free. Finds Swanson. Loses the ball to Crump again. Crump making it look easy, single-handedly eviscerating the Spuds here in the first half. And Marquardt loses the ball, and she's fouled. And Anna McKinney was going to take it in transition. And the 6th team foul on Minnetonka. CC Nesseth and Sydney Cummings check in for Minnetonka. Skippers up 14 on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Haran inbounds it to Marquardt. Marquardt trying to fight off a double team, finds Haran. Haran spins over to McAdams. Here's Swanson. Now Hagen. Back to Swanson. Shot clock at 8. Swanson, the strong drive. Here's Hagen looking to find an opportunity. Finds Marquardt. Short. McAdams almost got the rebound, and it's taken away by Wright. Here's Wright. Here's Crump, open on the wing. Couldn't get the bounce. Wright the rebound. Falling away. McAdams the board. Up ahead to Horan. Finds Hagen in the corner. Now Horan. Over to Marquardt on the wing, guarded by Anna McKinney. Here's McAdams, one-on-one. Gets her own miss. Off the glass, no good. Good defense by Nesseth as she gets the rebound. Here's a three in transition, no good. Going up top, McAdams, and she hit the deck pretty hard. Here's Hagen on the floater, no good. Rebound Wright. Wright the drive, stripped away, taken by Swanson. Up ahead to Horan. Great defense there by McKinney on the other end. Spuds unable to finish. Here's Wright. A whistle and a foul. And Horan will be called for her second foul. New unit for the Spuds. It'll be Sydney Zimmerman, Ava Redding, Kira Swanson, Charlie Zimmerman, and Avery Marquardt on the floor. And McKinney getting the inbound pass from Linnell Wright. 34-18 Minnetonka. Here's Marquardt. Dishes it out to Zimmerman. Zimmerman catches a double team. Kick out to Redding. Nice fake. Redding loses the ball. Sydney Cummings the steal. McKinney in transition, all alone for the deuce. Up ahead to Redding. Here is Sydney Zimmerman at the top of the key. Now Swanson. Here's Redding with another nice fake. Off the glass, no good. Rebound McKinney. And it has been all Minnetonka so far in this first half. Here's a three. Rebound Redding. Missed there from McKinney. Long pass. Charlie Zimmerman three. Little too strong on the corner three. Bullet pass deflected by Charlie Zimmerman. And a very high reverse layup. And it won't count. It hit one of the beams. As it'll be Spud's ball. Aaliyah Crump back in. And a timeout going to be called here on the floor. 36-18 Minnetonka. They have blown the doors wide open on the Spuds here this afternoon. Spuds just looking for an answer. .337 left on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. The Minnetonka Skippers lead 36-18 over the Moorhead Spuds. As Moorhead Made it a 14-12 game early in the first half, but ever since then, Minnetonka has ran away with this game. Looked like a good feed to Sydney Zimmerman, but it was taken away. Here's Linnell Wright in transition. The lead's up to 20. Here's Charlie Zimmerman. Now Swanson. Swanson to Sydney Zimmerman. Over to Redding. Dishing it to Swanson. Swanson one-on-one. And a nice move. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound Nesseth. Here's Linnell Wright. And the float game, no good, stripped away. Charlie Zimmerman has it. Trying to avoid Aaliyah Crump. Pass up to Sydney Zimmerman on the wing. Here's Marquard. Marquard. The float game is pure. (38-20). Good looking three. Linnell Wright, no good. Tipped away by Sydney Zimmerman. Here comes Marquard. Loses the ball, and it's taken away by Minnetonka. Here's Linnell Wright. Aaliyah Crump. A whistle and a foul. And that last basket from Avery Marquard looked like a pass inside. But the Spuds will take it nonetheless. And 2 free throws coming up for Aaliyah Crump. McAdams and Horan back in the game. 24 points for Crump. Make that 25. She can make it 26 with this next one here. And she does. Leads back to 20 for Minnetonka. Here's Horan. Finds Zimmerman. Zimmerman the drive. Underneath. Gets it stolen away by Anna McKinney. Deflected by Horan. Here's Crump. Spins. Looking for help. And a 3-second violation. In the zone too long. And the Spuds take over. Here's Horan. Finds Redding. Back to Horan. Here's Swanson in the corner. Guarded by Cummings. 1:22 left on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Skippers lead by 20. Intercepted there by Crump, and she's fouled. Charlie Zimmerman called for the foul. Spuds are over the limit. And as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Minnetonka is just so good on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. However, when you try to mix that with the tenacity of this Spuds group, it's impressive to see how Moorhead is still in it, as it's intercepted there by Minnetonka. Linnell Wright in transition, she finishes. 44-20. And it's intercepted again, stolen away by Crump. And a bad pass intended for Wright. And it'll go the other way. Horan dumps it off to Redding. Redding over to Swanson. Under 40 seconds to play. Shot clock at 20. Good ball movement from the Spuds. Zimmerman fakes a three. Here's the floater. Little short as it gets a bad bounce. Shot clock is now off. And Minnetonka can just dribble this out towards the end of the half. Inside to Crump. Fades away. No good. And a fight for it. Jump ball will be called. And possession will be rewarded to the Spuds, and they have 6.1 seconds to get another basket before going into the locker room for halftime. Up to Horan. Horan trying to get a good shot or a good option. Here's Zimmerman, and she won't get a shot off. Lockdown defense from Minnetonka on the perimeter. So far, this game has become a rout in favor of the Skippers. Tom Dryberg and the Spuds have work to do going into the next half. But for now, it is halftime here between the Skippers and the Spuds. Minnetonka leads 44-20 on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. We will return from halftime in a few moments. A 44-20 lead for the Minnetonka Skippers as they look to extend their win streak to 10 games in a row and move to 10-0 on the season. The Spuds just trying to find some answers against this Minnetonka juggernaut, as it has been a pretty slow first half in terms of offense for the Spuds. However, they're still showing a ton of effort on both sides of the ball regardless, as the second half is just about underway. And Tom Dryberg still has a ton of confidence in his team throughout the rest of the season. They did have a pretty tough schedule to start the season. And it won't get easier come section playoffs. McKinney will inbound, and off we go with the second half here at Moorhead High School. And stolen by Redding. Right out of the gates, the Spuds attack defensively. Stripped away by Linnell Wright. It'll stay with Moorhead. But the tenacity from Ava Redding forces a turnover. And that is something Minnetonka has gotten the benefit of. Tons of turnovers that have resulted in points, especially from Aaliyah Crump. And stolen away, another turnover right on cue, and a great way to start the half for the Skippers. Linnell Wright finishing on the other end. Here's Hagan. Finds a cutting Swanson, poked away by McKinney. Stolen by Crump. Crump, the jumper, off the back iron, and a foul going to be called on Horan. That is her third foul, and Aaliyah Crump will go to the line. And with that free throw, Aaliyah Crump has 30. 30 points for number 23. Horan looking for help. Finds Swanson. Over to Redding. Inside McAdams. Gets her own miss. Off the glass and in. Julia McAdams is on the board with her first basket. And a good job from her getting the second chance bucket. Wide open three. It's good. Grace Hamdorf from the corner, and she could have made an Instagram post and still make that shot. 51-22. Hagan finds Redding. Poked away, stolen away by Crump. And she doesn't finish. A little too strong there on the transition layup. It'll stay with Minnetonka as Marquardt checks in for Hagan. A rare miss from Aaliyah Crump in transition. Here's the jumper on the other end. And Wright with the reverse after the miss from Woke. 53-22 now. It'll go the other way. It'll be called on McAdams. And the second foul of the half. Minnetonka leads by 31. Crump over to Wright. The lob to Crump. She couldn't get it to fall. Fight for it, and it's off of Horan. Heads up play there from Tori McKinney. Textbook IQ there from Tori McKinney, and a new shot clock and possession for Minnetonka, not for long. Stolen by Horan. Horan over to Marquardt. Nice job from Marquardt getting free. Wide open Redding. Too strong. Rebound Crump. Here's Hamdorf. Over to right. Crump corner three. Rebound Tori McKinney. Tried getting it to a cutting right. And it'll go the other way. Redding almost had it stolen away. Horan, deep three, catch and shoot, it's good. And when you're down by as many as 30, why not take the three? Horan has 11, and her team's down 28 now. Here's Crump, driving baseline, poked away by Redding. And a foul. Swanson will be called for the foul as she tried stripping it away. Charlie Zimmerman in for Annie Horan. Spuds looking for a potential burst. And a nice cut inside and one. Linnell Wright carving her way through the baseline in the paint. And a chance for a three-point play. And she has 12. Chance to make it 13. And she hits right there. 56-25. Here's Marquardt. Guarded by McKinney. Finds Swanson. Swanson drives. Rejected by Tori McKinney. And Marquardt will inbound. Marquardt tried bouncing it off of Wright, as there was not a lot of options. This time finds McAdams. McAdams, Zimmerman, back to Marquardt. In trouble, just throws it away. And a race for one by Linnell Wright. And Minnetonka will reset. Here's Crump. Finds Wright in the corner. Almost got it off the glass. Crump the board. She almost lost it. And a timeout going to be called by Minnetonka. And a smart timeout there from Cosgriff, as Crump almost lost the ball to Moorhead. And we're seeing a lot of zone from Minnetonka. And that is something that Tom Dryberg uses a lot. He's trying to use it off and on like he has done so well. But Minnetonka's just seemed to have more answers than Moorhead here this afternoon. And most of the damage has been done from Aaliyah Crump, thanks to her 30-point performance. And it ain't done yet. For the Spuds, it'll be McAdams, Redding, Zimmerman, Marquardt, and Horan. For Minnetonka, it'll be Crump, Wright, Tori McKinney, who shoots a three and hits. Followed by Harley Woke and Sydney Cummings. 59-25. And that'll go in. I think Horan wanted to pass it inside to McAdams, and she ends up smiling. And that's a three for Horan. 59-28. Here's Linnell Wright over to Crump. Crump trying to work against two Spuds. Here's Wright. Tori McKinney. And inside, drawing the foul there was Woke, and she will shoot two. First free throw is good, and this isn't the only basketball game going on today. later tonight, the Moorhead boys team will face against the Park Center Pirates, one of the best teams in the state of Minnesota. And if I'm correct, Park Center is ranked number 2 in the state of Minnesota, as they have a commit for Washington on their roster. So Park Center definitely going to be a test for Matt Ellingson's team. Good ball movement here from the Skippers. In the corner, here's Crump. Crump on the wing. Crump catches a stray from Redding. Looked like she got hit in the face there. As Redding came out of nowhere to surprise Crump. And stolen by Horan, but taken back by McKinney, and a jump ball. We'll see who it's rewarded to. And it'll be rewarded to Moorhead. (61-28) on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Here's Horan. And stolen once again. Here comes Tori McKinney. Off the glass and in. Number 14 has 14, 63-28. Zimmerman almost lost her footing, and another steal. And another steal for McKinney. And the jumper's pure. Back-to-back buckets for McKinney. And the lead has inflated to 37. And another steal. Sydney Cummings this time. And another basket. Aaliyah Crump does it again. And she has 32. And Tom Dryberg calls a timeout. And the Spuds just trying to get something going. But Minnetonka came prepared. 67-28 Skippers when we return. Minnetonka is starting to smell it. A 10-0 start to this season is within reach, as they are up 37 against the Moorhead Spuds. Still a valiant effort nonetheless from Moorhead, as Marquardt finds McAdams, almost lost the handle. Here's Horan. Horan over to Marquardt. She'll try a three. Nothing but air there. Taken by McAdams. Marquardt looks to get a good shot. Puts one up, no good. Rebound right. Horan with some good defense on the perimeter. Here is Wright. Swings it out to Cummings. Back to Wright at the top of the key. Some good ball movement here once again from Minnetonka. Wide open three, Anna McKinney. Horan the rebound. 10:50 left in regulation. Here's Zimmerman. Finds Marquardt, who swings it out to Horan. Dishes it out to Sydney Zimmerman. Top of the key? No. Rebound Linnell Wright, who drives and doesn't finish. Up ahead to Horan. And she wins the race against Anna McKinney. And a loose ball out of bounds. Could not be handled by Charlie Zimmerman. And Aaliyah Crump back in, as well as Tori McKinney. Kira Swanson and Ava Redding back in. Here's McKinney. Over to Crump. Crump drives, loses the ball, picked up by McKinney. Tipped by Swanson, stolen by McAdams. Some good defense from the Spuds. Marquardt controls. Here's Hagan. Guarded by Nesseth. Now Swanson. Poked away by Crump, and she gets the steal. 2-on-1. Backward pass! Ho-ho! Pulling a rabbit out of her hat was Aaliyah Crump. Little behind the back action, and another steal. In transition once again, this time it's a miss. Put that on SportsCenter Top 10. Aaliyah Crump. Put some respect on her name. She has 32 points in this game alone, as well as some good assists. Make this 34, and they're going to wave it off. And an offensive foul going to be called against Crump. Or excuse me, that's Harley Woke called for the foul. That is the third foul on Woke. So what could have been an and one for Crump ends up being an offensive foul, but they'll make up for it. Not quite. Woke gets the rebound, and McAdams gathers it. Here's Redding in transition, and a wide pass intended for Marquardt. Anna McKinney, Sydney Cummings, and Grace Hamdorf in for the Skippers. 69-28. A 41-point cushion for Minnetonka. McKinney over to Hamdorf. Hamdorf back to McKinney. Over to the other McKinney, Tori McKinney. And she hits the jumper from the free throw line. McKinney to McKinney, 71-28. Anna McKinney with the assist. Here's Redding inside of McAdams, and she's fouled. And she was ready to just drive to the basket. And before she could get the shot up, she gets fouled. And Minnetonka has just been so quick on these passes. Horan puts up a three. No. Rebound Cummings. Cummings swings it out. And on the baseline, Hamdorf. Fight for the ball. And a jump ball going to be called as McAdams was fighting for it with Hamdorf. It'll stay with the Skippers. Hamdorf out to Chose. Chose back to Hamdorf. Pass tipped and stolen. Here comes Hagan. It was tipped by Swanson. And a foul. That'll be on Woke. Fourth foul on Woke. She's been a pretty physical player throughout this game. Hagan trying to find a cutting Swanson once again, couldn't. And McAdams couldn't get the pass from Horan. Out of bounds. Minnetonka ball. Hallie Huttner is in the game. Here's Cummings. Over to Anna McKinney in the corner, Chose. Inside to Huttner off the back iron. She gets her own miss, and she scores! Hallie Huttner getting the second chance bucket, and it's 73-28 Minnetonka. Swanson swings it to Redding. Redding to McAdams. McAdams drives inside, draws the foul, and she'll get two.
Foul number 0, Micah Childs. That's her first personal foul, 15 foul. Julie McAdams to shoot two.
McAdams, a very, very good free throw shooter. As she hits that one there. Charlie Zimmerman and Avery Marquardt in for the Spuds. They're down 73-30 as McAdams hits both. And Sydney Zimmerman will come in. So most of the bench players for Minnetonka will get their reps, and a foul going to be called on Redding as she tried intercepting that pass to Avery Bone. And the Spuds are over the limit, so Bone will shoot two. And she gets her own miss. Avery Bone on the putback. She missed on the 1 of 1. She's able to capitalize, 75-30. Swanson thought about the three, instead kicks it out to Zimmerman. Nice pass to Sydney Zimmerman, off the glass, no good. Rebound Josie Chose. And Minnetonka, just as a group, their chemistry is just unmatched as that pass gets away and it's out of bounds. But head coach Brian Cosgriff has done just a fantastic job with this team. And a while back, like Minnetonka has had Moorhead's number, as not to bring up ancient history, but a while back, the Skippers ended up beating the Spuds 99-20. So that just goes to show how dominant the Skippers have been, just as a team, especially against the Spuds. Kira Swanson will shoot two. She misses there. And Haley Dahl comes in. That free throw is short. Chose the rebound. Minnetonka looking to get a bigger lead here. They're already up 45. And going to the line will be Josie Chose. Swanson with her third foul. First free throw is good. So Minnetonka will be 10-0 on the season. And the Spuds have now lost 2 in a row. They fall to 4-6 on the season. But still a monumental improvement compared to last year. This Spuds team is young, and it'll take a while for the chemistry to reach its full potential. However, they definitely have the pieces to become a very good team, especially on their bench. Under a minute to play. 77-30 on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Zimmerman just trying to get free, and Sydney Zimmerman loses the ball as she was getting a pass from Charlie Zimmerman, and she'll inbound with the clock running. Shot clock at 4. Marquardt's got to hurry, and she'll just try to get it off. Shot clock violation. The clock will continue to run until now. She was able to draw a foul on the play. And when it comes to the Spuds having the right pieces to be a good team, Avery Marquardt is definitely one of those pieces. Just a tenacious player all around at 5'8" and a freshman. And she has a ton of potential on her side. And she hits that free throw. So for the Spuds, it's back to the drawing board, as they knew this was going to be a tough test against Minnetonka. But they did the best that they could here this afternoon. A nifty move there, and the clock will continue to run. Marquardt with it, and she'll just dribble it out. And the Minnetonka Skippers dominate the Moorhead Spuds here this afternoon. And the player of the game will go to Aaliyah Crump, who had a 30-point performance, as well as a nifty highlight reel pass towards the end. And you got to give all the credit to the Minnetonka Skippers and how well they played in this game and just throughout the season so far. And for the Spuds, they put in a valiant effort here this afternoon. But for now, that'll do it for girls basketball here on Spuds TV. Minnetonka beats Moorhead 77-31. I'm Thomas Fox, wishing you all a very good rest of your day.